In this video, I'm going to talk about 4 high-paying jobs you can do from home. Hi, Lopez coming at you with another video from LopezTheSame.com. So let's get straight into it. So, every once in a while, I get questions and people say they're tired of working for nickel and dimes, and they want to make the most money in the least amount of time. And the reality is that the jobs and opportunities that pay the most money, that's going to require a certain level of skill set or a learning curve, and that comes with responsibility as well. And that's just reality. Now, if you really look at a lot of the stuff that's online, the job opportunities that pay the least amount of money, they don't pay very much money. And this is just in life in general. Most of the jobs, opportunities that pay the most money, if you really pay attention, this is going to be a pattern out your life if you're still in the workforce. The job that require the most skills, the pay is going to be like up there. And that's what it is. Now, you don't necessarily have to go to college to learn how to do what I'm about to talk about. You can buy books, you can go to conferences, you can get somebody to train you how to do it. That's what I did. I didn't go to college to learn how to promote and market online. I didn't, because they don't teach it in college. Of course, they have a major, marketing major, business major, but that doesn't pertain to being online. Last I checked, you can't even go to a university and learn about social media. It doesn't exist. Well, of course, they have classes for social media, but it's just fluff. It's just talk with no action behind it. So it is what it is. So this is probably my favorite skill set to have, is to become a copywriter. Really, become a copywriter. But it's just, the opportunities are endless. You can get into any type of writing you want. You can ghostwrite. You can write your own books. You can blog. You can do almost anything that require text or writing. You can become a consultant for small companies or big companies. You can start an ad agency. You can start a digital marketing agency. The opportunities are really endless. Really. And if you want to learn how to be a copywriter, buy books like this. This is a pretty good book right here. I just got this book about 6 months ago. And books like this, if you want to learn how to market too. This book by Bill Glazer, Outrageous Multi-Step Marketing Campaigns. Books like this is how I learned how to promote anything, and how to promote myself, how to get jobs, how to make income, how to have multiple streams of income. That's how I got started. And by no means am I rich, but I'm okay. And I'm never going to starve. I'm never going to be homeless. You're knock on wood. I don't think I'll ever be homeless, because I know how to get money. Because it doesn't matter what people are trying to do in the business world, whether it's a small business, whether it's a one-man, one-person show, regardless of the service that they have, I know how to help them. That's because I've had the experience of writing, promoting all over this country at this point. And it doesn't matter if you live in the backwoods of Oklahoma, backwoods of Georgia. If you got a product, I got strategies for days. Wherever you're looking for a job, it's all the same thing. You still have to deal with people. If you once you understand human nature, most things start to become less stressful. You can kind of anticipate what people are going to do. So I'd say become a copywriter. That's what I would say. That's what I would recommend. The next thing I would say, start a blog. Now people say start a blog on what? Man, start a blog on something that you already know, that comes easy to you, and people are looking for information pertaining to your blog or pertaining to what you already know. So for example, I have a relationship blog, and it's strictly about relationships, money, my stories, my travels, and a lot of people can relate to it because I've traveled all over the world because I used to be in the Navy, and after I got out of the Navy, I continued to travel. So people can relate to this on many levels. It doesn't matter if they've traveled or not. Maybe they aspire to travel. Maybe they thought about traveling one day. Maybe this will motivate them to travel once they read my blog. So people have all kind of blogs. Relationship blogs, gardening blogs, it's knitting blogs, it's fashion blogs, it's writing blogs, it's marketing blogs. It's all kinds of blogs online. Millions of blogs online. There's probably billions by now, but I'm gonna say millions, just to be conservative. So just start a blog, and it takes time to make money from the blog because the amount of money you make is going to be predicated upon how many followers you have. Because people will subscribe to your blog and they'll follow you, and every time you write something, post something on your blog, they'll receive it through email. That's how it works. And after, I don't know, a couple months, couple years, you'll be able to monetize the blog. You'll be able to have multiple streams of income. You'll be able to take advantage of the ad networks. Maybe you publish a book like I did. I published 2 paperback books and a couple ebooks and online courses. So that's all because of my blog and my content. That's how I got started. It takes time for the blog. It could be years. Some people do it in a year, 2, 5 years. Some people will take 10 years. It takes a long time. But you have to consistently post. I would say if you have a blog, post at least in the beginning. I'm going to say at least 5 days a week in the beginning. And then after you have steam, you have people following you, you go down to twice a week or maybe more. They don't necessarily got to be text. It could be a video, could be audio. But in the beginning, you really don't have any skin in the game, so you kind of have to have a lot of content in the beginning. So that's what I would say. Start a blog. Now, if you have any questions about blogging, leave your comments below, and I'll get back to you. And the next thing I would say is to start a YouTube channel. Yeah, start a YouTube channel. Now, I've built 5 channels since I've been online. And I have another channel. And that channel is basically on relationships and what's the latest news that's going on around the country, basically. And every once in a while, I'll bring people on and interview them. We'll have conversations and talk about some of the trials and tribulations that people have. Now, the thing I like about the YouTube, the channel, is you can take advantage of the ad network, AdSense. And if you get when you start to get a lot of views, that's another thing. That this takes a while too. Once you start getting a lot of views, that's going to be predicated upon how much ad revenue you have coming in. It's based on the views and the ads. So every time an ad shows, when somebody looking at the video of you, you get a certain percentage of funds. That's how it works. It's a combination of views and how many times the ad shows on the video. So you can take advantage of the ad networks like that. So if I remember when I first got started with my last channel, I think it took me a while, to be honest. It took me about 2 years, probably a year and a half to get 2,000 subscribers. A year and a half. And then it took me another year. After about another year, I got 10,000 subscribers. And now at this time, I got a little over 20,000 subscribers. So, if I knew what I knew today, I would have collaborated with people in the beginning. But I didn't do that. So I didn't start collaborating with people until 8 months ago. About 8 months ago. But if you collaborate with people, work with other people that have channels, or they don't necessarily have to have a channel, but if you do that, you'll be able to grow much faster. It's based on my experience and what I've seen over the years. And plus you can, once you have a certain amount of subscribers, you have the opportunity to get sponsors. Now, I haven't done a lot of that, but you have the opportunity to do it. Yeah, and it's going to be based on your channel and the products that the sponsors have. And the deals could be could be 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 a month. Or it could be a short-term deal. Or it could be a one-off type thing. But you have opportunities to get sponsor deals. I know some people have like 2 sponsors for like a year, or 6 to 12 month deals. They get paid what, 3, 4, 5,000 a month, along with the other multiple streams of income that they already have. And then you have some people, once they'll help other people duplicate the same success as they had. So that could be another source of income as well. So they'll create like an online course or something like that. Or they'll write a book. So the opportunities is pretty much endless. When it comes to starting a channel. Especially if you're into fitness, or you're in a relationship, or you're some type of consultant, or something like that. The opportunities are really endless. It really is. That's why, and you can easily make over 5K. Easily. Once you have a following. But it's going to take time for most people. I know some people do it pretty quick. They do it 6 to 12 months, they got over 100,000. Because they cross-promoted. They collaborated with other people. Now, when I first got started, I didn't know anybody. So I had to go at it on my own. But if you know somebody, hey, more the merrier. That's good. But it takes time, and it takes a lot of work in the beginning. A lot of people, they're not used to being on camera. So in the beginning, when I first got started, I posted videos twice a week. And then once I hit 2,000 subscribers, and I started posting videos every day for like 4 months. And now I'm back. And once I got hit over 20,000. Now I'm doing like, I do at least 2 videos a week. So I don't really have a schedule. Sometimes I go live. I could be anywhere. You know, I could be anywhere. I could be at a hotel. I could be outside. I could be in my car. I could be at home. I just go live. So you have to. Everyone has their own routine as far as how often they post videos. So it is what it is when it comes to that. It really is. And the last thing I would say is, I would say probably one of the most something that I don't hear a lot of people talk about is I would invest with other people. And when I say invest with other people, meaning that I would kind of collaborate or partner up. And if, let's say somebody has they're trying to start something up, maybe a startup, maybe let's say a juice bar. This is a good example. I actually did this one time. One of my friends, he wanted to start a lemonade stand, a juice bar, back in Charlotte at the time. This is during the summer. And he didn't have enough money to get started. So I said, hey, how much money are you short on? He said, $500. So I said, okay, what? I give you the $500 and you give me a certain percentage. And every month, just send me like $200. And he was like, that's cool. I can do that. So that's something that I highly recommend you do. Help other people get off the ground. Now you might say $200, that ain't that much, but I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to be at the lemonade stand. I was at home. And he came to my house, give me the $200 every month. I didn't have to do anything. That's the point. I think you're missing. It's not the amount of money. It's just the idea where I was getting this $200 for 6 months. During the warm months from late March, when it started to warm up, all the way to September. So that's, 6 months? That's what, we got March, April, May, June, July, September. So that's 6 months. I get $200 for 6 months, $1,200. I never had to leave my house to go at the lemonade stand. He came to my house. All I did is just put up $500. I gave $500. I got $1,200 back. Do the math, So that's one thing I would say. It doesn't have to be a lemonade stand. I just use that as a good example because that's something that I actually did. It could be anything. You can invest in your kids if you have kids. You can invest in anybody. You can help somebody publish a book. That's what I'm about to do in the next couple months. I have a friend, he want to publish a book. He has a story to tell. So I said, hey, I'll help you out. And he'll give me some money. I'll use my name as like a co-author of his book. And it's all good, just like that. Invest in other people. You don't necessarily have to invest in the stock market or 401k. No. You can invest on a grassroots level with people that you already know or people that you already trust. But I can do that because of my skill set. Now, if maybe you're saying, hey, I don't have your skill set. Well, you can learn. You can learn. It's taken me a long time to develop the skills that I have to this day. It's taken me 7 years to learn everything that I learned, that I know to this day. Where it's like I'm so confident I can teach people how to do the stuff that I know how to do. But it's taken me a long time to get there. It didn't happen overnight. So those are the 4 things you can do to generate income from home. I highly recommend you do it. Check it out. So any questions, any concerns, leave your comments below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, share it, subscribe to my channel, check out my website, lopezhussein.com. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.